It's beef forgot. It's shit. And we're Delco after
Suddenly,
dark.
pineapples.
It's
So,
shit.
I didn't think we were doing this on Friday night, but Carl was just like, I'm bored, so we're doing this. It's Delco after dark, Friday night, New Year, new dad, right? I guess. I guess. But Scandal's here, so that makes it all better. Hey guys, how
Yeah.
you doing?
You good?
Hey guys, how's it going?
I got to be the Scandal tonight, the announcer, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I know, right? It's well, we fill in whatever roles we need to make sure that the job gets done. Hey everybody, happy New Year to one and all.
Yes.
I feel
Glad to
better.
see you
already.
made it. Glad to see you made it into the next year.
I know, right?
The
It's
Roaring Twenties.
the Roaring 20s.
Roaring 20s.
Yeah, the clock didn't let go. What is it? 11:59. Click 11:60. Click 11:61. That was the big joke that it was just gonna 2020 was just gonna keep shitting on us for the whole for whatever. But
At least you didn't have to turn your computer off.
I know. That was a big deal. You guys were little dudes probably when that was going down, but that was a big deal in 1999. People were, let me tell you, we were afraid that planes were going to fall out of the sky, and what else? Like all your computers were going to become bricks. Your microwave oven was going to attack you. Your refrigerator was going to steal your woman or your man or your non-gender binary specific. Although we didn't really have that back then. Well, we did, but we just didn't. I don't know what the name was back then. But yeah, we all thought the whole world was going to end, and then it didn't.
Nope.
It
Nope.
didn't. But and I'm not saying it didn't because it was just it was hype without something happening. And I heard tell that a lot of people were behind the scenes for a very long time to make sure that shit did not fail. Like the nuclear reactors didn't go poof. So kudos to you, old techs, who made that shit run for one more day. We appreciate it here 20 years later. It's 20 years after 2000.
21 almost. Yeah. I mean,
Oh my
yeah,
God! What am I thinking? Yes, it's 20 years. It's 21 years.
24. Yeah.
Oh man.
The
But
thing I don't like about 2021, I saw this meme, was that, it sounds like 2020 has won.
Oh, I saw that meme. Yeah, yeah. That's Well, I don't think 2020 did win though. So that was interesting.
what the hell was that,
I
Carl?
know that was weird. I think it connected to my
I farted. It's wet, and I don't want to move.
That's not the
It's-
button I wanted, but it's accurate.
Sounds about right.
So, what did you guys do for New Year's Eve? You go first, Mike. What did you do for New Year's Eve?
I worked until like 7. I went home and drank sake and hung out with my parents.
All right. Okay, Frank, you?
Saki. Wow. Yeah. I was just hanging out. Got invited to a party. I was like, nah. I told them I had a gig. So it's like I just watched. I've been binging Netflix Showtime series Weeds.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
I'm on about season 8, but I painted my bedroom, so that was kind of a little side project while I was in between. You got every 2 hours you put a coat on there, so you watch a couple episodes, you put a coat. And I had to. I'm a little messy sometimes, so I go back and I do the trim, and I go back over the trim work and I make it so it's right. But some people are able to just do it in one shot. I have to go back and fix my mistakes, but it comes up okay. I don't have to pay anybody for the labor, so labor's cheap enough.
Painter's tape is cheaper than labor. I guarantee that. But I
Yeah,
hate.
I don't really like the painter's tape. I use it sometimes for certain things, but I'm actually pretty good edging the brush, and I just got to be, brush has to be in the right hand. It's got to be the right size. It's got to have the right amount of paint on it, and I got to be going at the right angle. So it's a learning experiment. It's a learning experience.
So you don't use painter's tape? That's pretty impressive.
I only use it if I, have to. Like if it's there's no way I'm going to be able to cut this one in, But yeah, I'd be able to edge in, with a really good brush, that's got, not too much paint on there. If you're globbing the paint on there, it's going to be a mess. But Yeah, this wall in my bedroom was really bad. It was cracked. I'm trying to think why it was cracked. Oh, it's cracked. Yeah, it was cracked because it has the access panel for behind the shower. So when I was doing the work to the shower and I had to rip that panel off, I ended up kind of pulling the whole wall, which cracked the wall. So I went back and fixed the crack that was hiding behind my flat screen television. But I had to take everything off and patch it all back up. And of course, when I got done, I'm like, I see a couple little spots. So I went back in and I kind of just like speared a little bit of shit on there so that it filled in the rest of the imperfections and touched those spots up and then recoated the whole wall so it was uniform. And yeah, now it went from purple to Barney purple to what do they call this color? It's like modern maroon or some shit.
Yeah, I'm moving it over here right now. Which one of these should I start? You know what? I'll start with one, and you can tell us where this is going. Oh, good.
Yeah, there were a bunch of in between pictures that I just sent you, like when I was doing the
Well, there's one.
patchwork. Yeah, I'm waiting for the delay to show back up on the screen.
Yeah, that
but,
one looks like it's just like patchwork, and this one, I believe, I'm trying to work it so I get the final one at the end. So there's one. It looks like you're mostly done.
yeah.
That one, and then here is the one where you're sorta done. Actually, this is an early one. Excuse me, but this one here, if I've got it correct, thank God these are small. Oh wait, I've got two. Oh, you sent me two of the same ones. Ha.
Yeah, probably. Or they're pretty close. But yeah, that one's got the primer on. I can see it now. You know, I put a little primer on top of the spackle that I was using so that the new paint, you know, is thick enough. Like you don't really need the primer, but it helps. You know.
I wish I could share the movie.
And that wasn't even the movie. Wasn't even when it was done. I just finished touching up all the trim work. I gotta clean up the rest of the mess probably tomorrow when I wake up in the morning. But yeah, it's you know, just getting all these projects done while I'm unemployed. It's hopefully I get an offer in the mail. I should be seeing something. I'm told this first week of the year, so we'll see. We'll see if they're telling the truth.
Oh, apparently Zooey says it's the Gregorian New Year starts today. So, or wait, that's just this, right? This is the Gregorian New Year. It's just New Year, right? It's not like Chinese New Year. When does Chinese New Year start? Does anybody know? I don't know. I could Google it, but I don't know.
No, Delco New Year started today though, so that's the only thing we report on. This is Delco After Dark, not China After Dark.
This is true.
Suddenly, pineapples.
And apparently, I heard tale that there were actually some mummers that broke quarantine and went strutting down the one of the streets today.
Yeah, I saw that on the news. Yeah, they're wilding.
Yeah, a friend of mine took pictures of it, and the people were busted on my friend. Like, why were you out there? He's like, listen, I stuck my camera outside, took a picture, and brought my hand back in. So I guess I don't know if any of them got in trouble for it, but you know, like, whatever.
Yeah, it was a protest. It was like, you know, whatever, as long as I don't get the COVID, you know.
Yeah. As long as nobody got hurt or anything. I mean, hopefully. I mean, I ain't going out there. Meh. But what did I do
out there.
What did I do for New Year's? I just watched
the Mummers thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. How could I forget? Well, that was earlier in the night, so I don't really count it. Yeah, I did that. What do you call it? That wrap up Mummer show. There was about I don't know, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 27 clips or something. Did you see the movie that you were in it, Frank? So were you, Mike. I watched you both pass by. Me too, actually. That movie that AJ put together. It had he claimed to have nearly every performer that had ever been on Mummers in that 10-minute video. And I'll tell you what, there were a lot. I'm like, well, it's not going to have everyone if, like, you know, Frank, Mike, and I aren't in. And I saw Mike go by. I saw Frank go by. And I'm like, and then I saw me go by. And I was like, well, shit. Like, I mean, and Patty, and Lisa, and Zach, and Mark, and Zumi, and everybody. Everyone was in that video. They went, and he used, proprietary somebody's music. So I'm just there the whole time going, I'm waiting for this to be shut down. But Facebook gave it a break and let it run with the little Christmas tune behind it. So thank you, Mr. Zuck, for letting us letting AJ.
It was probably muffled by something else. It's probably not Zuck telling you that or turning the dial back. It's you probably should figure out a way to skip by it. Or that
Pity
song
sprinkles.
nobody cares about the licensing on the royalties on that one. So
Normally, I would say yes, but I remember when I put something behind you for one of your cooking pieces, Chef Francois.
yeah, it was classical music. You think that
Yeah.
classical music didn't have any
No,
ownership?
no,
Or,
that
you know, it was
band-
free.
Yeah, that orchestra like came back at me big time and went, no, we recorded that, which I can appreciate, but I just didn't think about it because that's what I sometimes don't do. But yeah, that was me. I was helping them produce their thing that night so they could like talk about what they did all year long for the past however many months, and then and then kind of took a nap, woke up, and welcomed in the new year. Like Ed and I watched CNN with Anderson Cooper, and I forget the fella from Bravo. His name's Andy. Interview. Did you? I shared the clip. Did you guys see the clip of Anderson Cooper laughing his?
Oh, with Snoop Dogg, yeah.
Jesus Christ! It was like
Smoke weed every day.
it was the
Dude,
funniest
Snoop
thing.
Dogg has been killing the broadcasting scene recently. I mean, like he was doing a Lakers game, and I think he did some boxing stuff, and like people are just been saying like give him a contract. I mean, like people love Snoop Dogg. I mean, dude, he had a cooking show with friggin' Martha Stewart.
That
It's like
that was one of his questions. The guy asked him, like, he started as, "Do you get high?" And he asked him if he got did he get Martha Stewart high? And he was like, "Well, if you include secondhand smoke, then yes." Which and then Anderson started laughing, and he started cackling, and he couldn't stop. He laughed for like 10 minutes. It was insane. It was really really funny. So that's what I did. Eddie and I watched the New Year come in over here. And,
I'm sure there was a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, guys.
Oh yeah. It's going to be that year. Hopefully this year will be normal by the end of it. But yeah, we're scaling back, and we were going to take today off because it was a holiday. But Mike was home, and Frank was like covered in paint, but cleans up very well apparently.
I just watched the COVID off, just washed all the paint off, so I figured, hey, perfect timing. Look at that. And I had dinner too, so it wasn't like one of those nights where I'm like eating dinner on the show type of thing.
Yeah.
There's been those.
Oh, I've done that. God knows.
We
I've
should have a mukbang episode where we just all eat the whole time.
Mukbang. Oh man.
Would you guys pay to watch us mukbang?
I don't know, that ASMR stuff is in right now, supposedly. So
we could totally.
gotta get a better microphone, Mike.
Oh,
No, just rustle the fucking. Welcome, they'll go after dark.
we could totally do like a food tasting sort of thing where we get like 5 things, and we could even have the audience like listed in for us to try things that we aren't used to trying, and we have like 5 bags of it in front of us, and we open them up at the same time and see. Like, I know someone's going to like have me try pork. I've never had scrapple. Although no, we want stuff that's like pre-made, like pork rinds. Like I've never had pork rinds, so I don't think I want to, but I don't know, that might be fun.
Nah, I
Something
never
crazy.
had them. They look kind of gross.
You've never had scrapple?
No,
They're
I've
pretty
never had
good.
scrapple. Eddie's amazed at. Speaking of which, did you catch?
Grandma thing for sure.
I did catch that song that Eddie wrote and put on the Facebook.
Where does he get that from? I don't know.
I don't know. He just gave that video to Zuck though. That's all he did with that
He
one.
gave it to Zuck. Frank says you gave your song to Zuck. Way to go.
He likes it. Good for him.
Good for him. Look at that. He's in a.
Smile.
He said he says if it brings him a smile.
Happy
good for
New
him.
Year, Zuck.
Happy New Year, Zuck. That's funny. No guests tonight. Just us. Just us hanging out, talking about New Year's, having a good time. Just chilling like we do sometimes. But as you can tell by the background, Christmas is gone. It's over. It was a good Christmas, and New Year is here, and we will rock this look probably until Arbor Day, where I'll put trees up, or maybe Valentine's Day. Although, I don't know. What's the next holiday that I should redecorate the desktop theme for? President's Day? Like we can each be a president. I don't know. But yeah, all in all, it was relatively peaceful. And then 20 days from now, new president. I mean, theoretically. I mean, maybe not. I mean, there's some guys.
As long as the world doesn't end, right?
There's some guys in the Senate, man, that are going to hold out. They're going to object to the what do you call it? The counting of the do you call it? The electoral vote.
Votes.
That happens on the 6th. And even Mitch McConnell's like, come on, dude, seriously. I mean, if even Pat Robertson's like, okay, come on, give it up. If Pat Robertson does it, Jesus Christ. The New York Times Post. I mean,
Old white men.
Yeah, us.
Mitch better have my money.
You can kill my vibe.
That's great. That was a good one. I heard people that
baby Mitch.
I heard the people that filed electronically, a lot of them like saw it in their bank accounts today and yesterday. So
I did. I got my 600. I'm waiting for the other 14 though, Mitch. What the fuck?
Yeah, come on, Mitch, give it to us. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're from hell. Especially
Yeah.
as musicians, when you really, you can't be employed really. Like, it's like hard.
Frank, you figure, I know Mike and I don't play anywhere out nearly as much as you used to. I mean, at least I didn't. But do you figure like last year, you played out the least probably that you've ever played out in the past dozen years?
Yeah, I was on each year until this 2020, I've been, doubling my gigging, at least, so like, 2019 was very busy. But I mean, even I had my guitar I had the frets polished, last year, and I pulled the strings off, and that whole first position's worn out. I got to get the guy to repolish them again. So I mean, I played enough. But I could have played more.
Wow.
I mean, I've been playing a lot, so it's like hard to like quantify it. It's hard to. But I should have. I played like maybe a third the amount that I did the previous year, where I should have played twice the amount if I was following, the progression. So, but shit happens when you party naked.
I've heard that.
Or eat bat soup or whatever the fuck happened.
I say more shit happens when you have animals in terrible conditions. But go vegan.
Yeah, so I mean, it's rough out there, but hopefully 2021 brings a little bit more.
Yeah.
Stick me with a needle, daddy.
Yeah, give me that vaccine type of more certainty, more secureness, less shit.
Less shit. Maybe I can
It's shit.
Maybe I can retire that key. Maybe I should like put up a couple of these sound effects to retire and load up some new ones for the next year. But happy 2021, everyone. Hope it started out good for everyone. Yay! It's a bit rainy tonight. I was coming back from Jill's, and it's a bit on the rainy side tonight. It's been like sort of a rainy, it's like 2021's crying. We're all just like we're through it.
Yeah,
It's like a stress relief.
Cry of relief.
Yeah.
I mean, like I can't gloat. I found love during the pandemic, but
how in the got to play his There you go. Here's
Titty
Mike's-
sprinkles.
There's Mike's official love
Titty
song.
sprinkles.
But yeah, you found love during the pandemic. How the hell do you do that?
I don't know, magic. Yeah, because I hadn't really been in it with anyone since like dating wise, since like February 2019. So it was cool,
Yeah.
It's one good thing about 2020.
Now they're saying Sunday is going to be the busiest activity for the year on dating apps. So Sunday,
What?
if you're single, they're saying that you're going to be on that dating app looking for some ass, looking for some masked up ass.
Masked up ass.
Why is it Sunday? Why is it like Cyber Monday? Like Cyber Monday happens after.
No,
Black
they're
Friday.
saying that the Sunday after New Year's is the day that people, I guess, are just sitting around. I guess they're, their team maybe got knocked out of the playoff NFL playoffs.
Yeah, that's
And,
sad.
I don't know if there's any basketball games or not hockey yet, but so there's really nothing to do, and they're thinking about their year, and they're all lonely,
Yeah.
all the single people like myself over here, but people on those dating apps,
Diabetes.
they're really fucking strange. And I kind of feel like once they find out that I'm unemployed, oh man, they find like reasons to like not talk to me anymore.
Well,
Oh,
it
man.
it is probably what they call a deal breaker. But if like, hey, what do you do for a living? Well, currently I'm unemployed. Hello, click.
I'm a musician.
Hello?
I'm a starving musician.
my
I'm a
God.
starving artist. Oh yeah,
Hi,
that's
I'm a guitar player. Click.
great.
The
That's great.
pandemic, though, like people aren't working because they choose not to. It's because they can't be. And so my
Here's
deal breaker is
wonderful.
I'm like, they're like, oh, so what's your living situation? I'm like, I live with my parents right now.
It happens.
That's
Nah.
kind of that's common, man. That's for fuck. I mean, and I feel like living with your parents, it's like something that people like look down on, and like it shouldn't be. Like cohabitation. I mean, that it's a big problem in society today with the amount of housing. And look at people like myself and my mom. We got thousands of square foot to ourselves. It's like doesn't make any sense. I should probably live at home with my mom
There's
until
so much
I
like homelessness out there.
cut my bill. Yeah, maybe I sell this house and cash out and
Rent it. Rent the house, go home, and let the house pay for itself. And like 20 years
I
later,
think
you
I
own
think
it.
I cash. I think I just cash out on the son of a bitch and then go home and then when the market settles, go and I'll either have a nice down payment or I'll just invest what I have liquid. But yeah, I mean there's a few things to be said about 2020. At least the real estate market's looking pretty fucking strong, just because people moving out of urban, densely populated areas to more rural, separated. People mass exodus from Philadelphia. So
I mean what are the here? You know what? This is almost
and
really-
California. Do you see how many people like are like from California or like back home, like in Pennsylvania? It's really interesting.
or
I've talked to a
Texas.
few yeah. I've talked to a few of them on like those dating apps. Like I said, it's really interesting to see like from LA, like living in Wilkes-Barre. It's like what the hell are you doing? Like, but it's so bad in those other areas that they're just working remotely from from their parents' house or some shit. So-
Okay. All right. Let me see if this fires, because some of these things for me are a pain in the butt and fire. I'm going to fire this one. I'm going to fire top 5 because I have a top 5 for us. I gotta reload that or something. I don't know why it takes so long to load up. I'm like looking at it and then I bring it in and it's like I'm not going to play for 5 minutes. Anyway, so here's our top 5 for tonight, people. It seems appropriate, and it's also not going to be easy. Neither one of these guys know this because I just thought it up. I'm totally doing a Patty here. He used to do this to us all the time. Remember, Mike? He's like, hey, all of a sudden that's where top 5 came from. He's like, hey guys, what are your favorite movies? And we're like, So, what are the top 5 things? Although Mike, you've already got one in the list. What are the top 5 things about 2020 that you could be happy about? That like decent, interesting, or something cool that happened to you in 2020 that wouldn't have happened in just anything that happened in 2020. So what do you got? You want me to start? I will start. I know. I've absolutely, without question, played more guitar this year than I have played for easily a dozen years, by like 500%. Like there have been years that thing has not even left its case. So for me to even play, 2 or 3 times a year, and Frank will tell you that too. Like
you change your strings. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I know. For a 12, that took a week all by itself. So just for me, playing guitar this year, something I've hardly ever done for the past since I've met Frank back at the coffee club. So that's one for me. So how about one of you guys? What do you got? Got anything good that happened in 2020?
I mean, the obvious one is like all of this, like what we're doing right now, and Delco quarantine in general. Like that's kind of like the obvious, like a really good thing that came out of this year.
I will accept that answer. And of course, you've already got one, Mike, that you said earlier that you found love in 2020. So you are.
Yeah.
How you did that, I do not know. And Frank, I mean, I know one for Frank. If you can't think of one for you, I can think of one for you.
No, the
but,
WHYY thing was kind of cool, right?
Yep, that's one of the ones I was going. There's two. Actually, that means there's two I was thinking about for you. So and I can say that too because they're playing me. I think next week or the week after. So I become part of the Cool Kids Club with you and Lisa on WHYY.
Yeah.
I will certainly. Thanks, Lisa. I will certainly crow that when and if I get the word about that. And let me see. What are some of the other things? Maybe that's it. There's got to be other good things this year. It's just been. I know something. I don't know about you guys, but by not going out, like apparently I go out and drink a lot. Like I'm not saying I'm an alcoholic, although I've been in training my whole life for it. I saved a boatload of money. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I just looked at my bank account and went, "What the fuck?" I mean, apparently I eat out a lot. So,
yeah, a lot of people shifted their spending. Less eating out, less vacationing, and more on other shit. Like a lot of people are renovating their houses. Who thought?
That's where I thought you were going with when you were talking about the WHY. I was like, you've got a lot. You've gotten so. I mean, we've watched you do it over the course of a month. You've gotten so much work done on your house. I mean.
Yeah, man. Just all the little finishing shit. A lot of it was already there. Like most of the ceiling was there, but like I had like connect all the dots, and I had to, put all the trim and paint everything. So yeah, finally got it all put together. So we'll put that in 2020. We'll put that in the books.
Absolutely, because I got to ask if we didn't have this pandemic and we were all stuck inside with boredom or whatever spawns creativity in a sense, like you've gotten this stuff done because you've been out of work and had this time. Like if you were still working as much as you were, you wouldn't be anywhere near as close to finishing your house as you are, right?
Yeah, man. I know a lot of people that they took their unemployment check and just played video games all day long. Which, I mean, that's. It's for some people, it's not for me. I mean, I can take a couple hours of video games every a week, but yeah, I'm not a big video gamer. I have to, if it wasn't for doing that work, the DIY stuff, I would have been on the computer working on skills, training, and certifications to try to make myself more, employable. But I feel like I'm already pretty employable. It was just about finding the right mix. And I'm also seeing if these offers that I was told that are supposed to come through fall through, and I have to start reapplying for jobs. There's there's a lot more now that it's a new year. So I feel like as the year goes on, my chances of getting hired goes up every week or so.
Oh, well, that's
hopefully next week it should just be I should just get hired. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not for certain though. I only count my chickens before they hatch.
This is true. So I think I think that's roughly around five, at least five or some between the three of us that we found some decent amount. What was it? I said some decent amount of lemonade from the lemons that was 2020. So it's been it's been good times,
I built out my website a little bit more. It used to be this like a little 3-page website. Now it's like 10 or 11 or 12 pages with a ton of copy and lyrics and shit to click on and all kinds of shit. And so yeah, just spending the time where I can, on the stuff that doesn't cost a whole lot of money, because everything's very cost prohibitive now that just being out of work, it's hard to. I want to build a studio. It's kind of hard to build the music studio when you don't have the right income for it. So everything's very expensive. Technology is expensive.
Wow. In the chat, Sarah finished her associate's degree last year. That's oh my God. I love calling 2020 last year. Isn't that great? Just that.
So last year.
Yeah. Fuck 2020.
It's so 2020. It's in hindsight, 2020. There, am I one of the first people to say it? It's a dad joke. So she got her associate's
2020, 24 hours to go. I thought about doing a set with that one. I know I do play that song actually.
But
Ramones,
who else?
Change it up.
Who else was it? Bobby said he vacuumed a few times. That does count. And of course, I couldn't forget the fact that you just saw him walk by. Because of I wanted to get my kid out of the city. Nothing.
That's true.
Nothing against the city, but I got to see Ed and Sam just for like 6 or 7 months now, and I work at night, so. My lady friend Jill and I would get together, but it's always when you work at night, it's really tough when your significant other works during the day. So I've had an unbelievable amount of time I've had to spend with my lady friend Jill. So I really appreciate that too. So that was a good thing about 2020. And we're at 12:06. You're thinking about taking a break, I can tell. So why don't we take a little break and we'll be back in a minute.
Smoke them if you got them. Don't go to Wawa though; it's too far.
Wawa, by the way. Not an official sponsor of Doggo After Dark.
But if they send
Hey everybody, welcome back. Boy, time flies, doesn't it? Time flies here in 2021. We've only got like 20 minutes left with y'all. I don't know why I went all country there for a second, but my father's side is from south of the Mason-Dixon line, literally just like 10 miles south. It's like, the upper shore of the Chesapeake, so it's sort of southern.
you rebel, you.
Yeah, I think so. So tonight, for those of you who care about such things, we are broadcasting on Facebook Live and YouTube, and for the first time, Twitch. We're over on Twitch, although I can't remember the address, so...
We're there somewhere, guys. Just gotta find it.
It's somewhere, yeah. I want to change it to Delco After Dark, but I think it's under Twitch under my old guy gamer, CAARLP. So, because I hear that Twitch is where the action is. That's where you get, And what was it you were saying? There's another one too.
OnlyFans too. We're on OnlyFans too.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. And there's a whole bunch of places, but
You jizz.
You just, yeah. That's
Browsers.
Brazzers.
Little mustache fetish porn. Yeah, how funny was Sinzuni when she came on with the mustache? First she had the dinosaur, which then she had the mustache. I was just like, what the hell? It was like layers of costumes at her, man.
well, when she said,
I mean, even Sarah was good because she disguised herself. She disguised her name and her face, but Sinzuni also was like layers of disguise.
well, everybody was good, and her with the phone, and then like the person in the phone, and then that person with the computer. But far and away, and I was showing it to Eddie. Shane doing his countrified,
Holy shit!
Shane doing his redneck voice when I don't know if you can say that. You know what? Like I said, my family was Southern. Him doing that. Well, I don't think people know me much. Oh, dude, you watch me on the go to the tape, and I'm just doubled over laughing. It was fucking hysterical. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, thanks, Frank. Frank lined up all those people, or got them all.
Yeah, they came to me. Should we do our vinyl countdown? Should we talk about the Leslie Odom album?
I thought we did a little bit, didn't we? But you know what? Let's do it. Let us do it again because it gives us something to do for a minute. Ha here we
Love this thing.
There we go with the Vinyl Countdown. So you had you as in you and me and everyone else, then we might have already.
Yeah, Denzel told us to watch. I don't know if we talked about it a little bit. I don't think we played the thing in a minute. So, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was jazzy. It was funky. It was it had some interludes that were just 12, 13-minute instrumentals
Yeah.
that were just grooves, But it was. I mean, that guy has got a great voice. He from the first note he starts saying, he draws you in. He's like one of those singers. So it's like what every singer strives to be, I think, and he's killing the game. That was a good suggestion from Denzel.
Oh yeah, it was top notch. I'll tell you how I tell you how I imagine listening to this album. I didn't do this because it's winter, but I imagine you're driving in your car, you're heading like I said, my dad's side is from the upper shore of the Chesapeake, so and Jim knows the area, and driving down through the cornfields and stuff like that, and just like the windows down or the top down if you've got that. It's playing on the stereo. The wind's in your hair. It's a beautiful day, and you've got this great jazzy sort of stuff playing. I'm going to do that. That's how I'm going to experience that album. That's how I like to experience every album, just to be honest. But that one seemed very. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Did you get a chance to listen to it, Mike?
I fucked up. I didn't.
It's all good. Things happen. Yeah, speaking about just listening experiences with that man cave that I built downstairs. When I set up the surround sound, I got these direct reflecting Bose speakers, and if I get a nice upgrade, I either have to repair the amp that I have that needs capacitors, or I just get a new one that's got like the Bluetooth and the HDMI pass-throughs and shit. I got to figure out.
Wow, Bluetooth.
If I deal. Yeah, no, I can get an adapter for the old one, but I got to figure out what I'm going to do. But now it's going to be I got a turntable as well, so I'm going to get some of my dad's 45s and make it like a nice little listening room. Maybe buy some new vinyl because some of his is worn out. He's played through a lot of his shit. So, but yeah, definitely spin some digital and analog jams down there.
I love having a vinyl. Like the thing is, like you gotta flip it halfway through, and some of my records are like double discs, so you know how that goes. But I love it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Like if you're doing something, like if you're cooking and like your hands are dirty, you gotta like wash your hands and then you go flip the album.
I like people. It's like it's kind of sexy to bring someone over and put on a record, but like when you're in the middle of things and you gotta flip the fucking record, you're like Jesus. All right, like it's put Spotify on.
Also, I never knew this until a couple of years ago, and apparently the last track on the record, you guys maybe already know this, is the sound quality is degraded from like your first like 4 or 5 tracks are all pretty decent, but that last one, it's spinning so fast, so close to the hub. The last song on every record is going to be shittier than any other song on the record. So I never knew that until recently.
Interesting. Yeah. But I mean, I always like listening to albums just because I feel like the warm quality of the sound. I mean, you just can't beat it. And my dad's got a huge collection. He's got a really good amp, and he's got these huge Altec Model 19s. They're like the size of a small refrigerator. You know, they're like
Wow.
2 of them in this room, and like you don't even have to. Like, I had it turned up to like I don't even know, like a little bit. And my mom had to turn it down like halfway, you know, like she only turned it to 1. I had it to 2, and it was too loud, you know.
Oh my god. This amp goes to 2 because you don't need it any louder than 2.
You go to 3 is like blasting. Like 3 is like all you need. Like with this thing, it's crazy. Kenwood from like the late 80s.
You know, it's.
I'd say my speakers are good for my vinyl player.
It's funny. I've built over the course of years. I've built maybe like a half dozen computers, and I've had one since like '83 and shit. But there's one thing that I've had. There's one piece of equipment that I've had with all my computers that has outlasted. Like, you know, a computer's good for about 4 or 5 years, and then you throw it out, you get a new one. I mean, or you can, like, you know, upgrade it. But I've had a set of Cambridge surround sound 4 speakers and a subwoofer that I have had for 25 years, and it's still just as good as the day
Before they got bought out, probably. Yeah. Cambridge was, you know, that was like Bose.
Yeah, they're very much like Bose knockoffs.
Lineage.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've got great little subwoofer, and it'll like pile out surround sound because it's got the multiple inputs, and I bought it in '99 or something, and it's still, you know, I
had
plug
the
it into
Clip
this.
THX certified 5.1.
Yeah,
but it was okay. It didn't really get that loud, but then my brother James's ex-girlfriend broke it. You know, like she got pissed off at me. I got my brother's furniture, but I had to dump her underwear out on his bed, and you know, she just got pissed off that told her to clean her shit out, clean the doors out, but she got pissed off that the underwear went everywhere. So
it was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I got my computer and my surround sound for my computer smashed, which I thought was very nice of her.
Whoa, really?
Angry bitch. Yeah.
That's not.
I'm glad James didn't marry her because the girl, the nice lady that he married is she's a DMV or DVM or whatever.
She works at the DMV, does she? Is that what
DMV?
Is that what she
DVR, LMNOP.
She's got all the letters.
She's a doctor, a veterinarian. You know?
Oh, okay, that's cool.
She's going to have her own practice very soon, I think. So.
Well, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, she's a smart girl. Shout out to my sister-in-law Lane.
Oh, that's nice. But what else we got? So that's pretty much most of the New Year's stuff, guys. I was talking to Frank after during the break. Mark's not playing after this, is he? Or we know that as a fact, or we're not sure?
Yeah, he said that there's no. I thought I saw a thing. Maybe it was from last night, but that there was going to be no list. I'm pretty sure it was for today, though. I mean,
we weren't going to do today. We just sort of
exactly.
Yeah.
I thought about popping on here, playing a few songs, you know, because you know I got a room full of fucking paint cans and shit, and but I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I haven't picked up my guitar in like fucking 2 or 3 weeks.
Damn.
What?
I had a really good set the other night. That was fun.
I haven't picked it up since I think the 16th of December was that last video that I made. You know.
I remember you blew a string on it, and you didn't replace the string for a while, right?
Well, yeah, I played that one gig 2 weeks before. After that, so yeah. I didn't back to. I had the other 5 on there 3 weeks ago. So they should still be all right. Maybe I'll play a little set. I don't know if I have any fresh material, but there's just some songs that I can revisit.
Yeah, there were a lot of people. Please, people, don't ask me all the tunes they were playing. Although I remember some of the ones that Lisa played. But when they came out and played, like everybody came out and played stuff for me the other night, which was really, really sweet. Thanks, everyone. That was just the sweetest thing ever. Like after we were done that show, they came out and
Yeah, did it for Patty the night before. It's like a whole like a Delco After Dark.
Maybe that'll be a thing. Maybe we'll. I know whose birthday is up next, so we're probably gonna have to do it for her. Maybe I'll learn to play the ukulele for that specifically. I've got to find one. Ed, do you have a ukulele? He does not. He does not.
I was bummed. I had to work both nights. Patty's birthday actually had inventory like 7 p.m. to 3 a.m.
That sounds horrible.
And then like yours, I had work till 10. So, happy belated birthday to all y'all.
Oh, thank you.
I wasn't around for it, but I'm here now.
And happy New Year to you as well. And let's
happy new beard.
Hope it's going to be great. I didn't catch Mark's countdown over on the what do you call it, over on the Southwest site. But I'm assuming when I tuned in for a minute or two and there were a bunch of people watching, so I assumed it went well. But I didn't actually see the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 because I was watching CNN with Ed.
I didn't even watch a ball drop, man. I was just binging. I've been binging Weeds.
You like to gobble up a show all at once. You're like, I remember when you did this with Always Sunny, which is what led us down that path. Oh,
it's so good to do it too. It's really interesting to see, like, if it works or if it doesn't work, and so far it's been working,
I have a problem like when I watch a show like Better Call Saul and I watch it season by season. I forget a lot of what happened in the last season. Like sometimes I'll watch like YouTube recaps, but I'll forget like what the fuck even happened, So if you binge a show, you're remembering everything that happens, building upon it as you watch it. You're not watching other shows in between, distract you.
You gotta that's the one thing. You gotta put your phone down. You gotta make sure that you're paying attention. It's tough. Yeah, sometimes I zone out, but like most of the time I'm paying attention to the whole thing. I feel like especially with Weeds, I'm finding there's seasons that I haven't even seen. So there's a lot of new material. Whereas with Always Sunny, I'd seen everything. Sons of Anarchy, I watched the whole thing religiously. So same thing with Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, or all those. They're all like my favorite.
Speaking of binging, Jill and I are almost done with Cobra Kai, which came out today. Anybody out there who's been watching Cobra Kai, the new season of that, which is of course based off of Karate Kid, back in the mid '80s, we are nearly through that. We just sat down and gobbled up 8 episodes today. We just sat on the couch and went dum 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 and totally franked it, and have been binging the living shit out of that.
It's good.
Yeah, it's super good. It is phenomenally good. It doesn't take itself crazy seriously, so it is good. Wow, my chat just went kaboom and flew through. It just sort of reloaded itself. That was very interesting. But what are we at? 12:23. Well, there we go. So okay, so theoretically, this will be, we're still going to have a board meeting with the heads up.
Yeah, we'll have another show next Friday, for sure,
Yeah.
Maybe we'll pop on for like a short, a broadcasted segment, or what do you call them, a field segment, from middle of the week, but it won't be anything official,
Nah. But
yeah, you'll at least see us, on a weekly, at least a regular basis. It'll be weekly at a minimum.
Well, and it probably means that you get to see Frank and I play guitar more, and Mike too. Because
sure.
this kind of takes the place of that. Trying to like be entertaining, at least in some form, for an hour.
Yeah, hopefully like more in real life gigs pop up. Hopefully, maybe we can do this from a bar. Maybe we get a sponsorship from one of these bars up. Wants a little bit of recognition. A little bit of some type of branding or whatever the fuck they want. We'll make it work we'll make one hand wash another. It's a beautiful thing. Just cover our tab, for the love of God.
Yeah, that'll
go.
Oh, that was very
throw me a t-shirt or a hoodie, maybe.
Oh,
we're not too difficult.
No. If we can do this from a bar, that would be That would be where we probably want to go eventually. At least one day, like one day we do it from a.
Yeah, or just if we want to do it on a more regular than weekly cadence, we just have to have those shows sponsored. We'll do more sponsored shows.
Oh my God, yeah, like
make a business.
I mean, we could always, we're
Gross
always looking for ways to, promote ourselves. I'm terrible. Frank's the good promoter here. He's good.
Yeah, I figured out ways to make it work. I really just haven't put it in full throttle yet, but maybe maybe I start pounding on some doors. This is tough with the COVID. I just don't want to really. That's why I've been working on my house. It's nice. I can just but I'm running out of shit to do. But it's really nice. I can walk my whole house with my socks and I don't have to worry. Everything, all the flooring is it's completely finished. It's crazy.
Nice.
It's insane. That's the beautiful thing about 2020. Other than hopefully they the only thing they're waiting for 2021 is legalizing cannabis and the rest of my $1,400 for my $2,000 stimulus that everybody should get.
Well, by the time we get back, we will know the Georgia runoffs will be over, and we will know if Georgia has those 2 slots turned blue. Which I don't. It'd be great if it happens. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be great if it happens. If those 2 slots go blue, then literally the next week you get $2,000 extra in your pocket, and weed is legalized. Come on, Georgia, can a brother get a table dance?
Let's start off 2021 with a bang. Let's let's supercharge the economy. We'll give bring out new industries and revenue generating. Just happiness. Just fucking. Yeah, people. I've heard some people that are oh, people are going to be crazy. It's no, people don't go crazy. It's not like people are seeing the stuff that the prohibition stuff from the 30s, the black and white stuff. It's it's not craziness. Unless maybe you dip it in PCP and then that's probably a bad mood.
But, yeah, what are all these funky little crystals in my weed?
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't advise that. But as long as it's in moderation, plant based, I think you're okay.
Yeah, it's
vegan.
Go ahead, Mike. Sorry, I'm gonna have a chip.
I'm just saying some of the synthetic stuff. It's but psilocybin, cannabis, in moderation, they're probably okay.
All right.
Stimulate that economy, baby. Get us lit.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I mean, all those states that did it last year. I mean, that's gonna be the beta. It's gonna be the test that proves it can work. But I mean, look at Colorado. Look how they're just brimming with money that they're funding the schools, and they're just doing all kinds of. And look over here in Pennsylvania, we got potholes, and our schools are underfunded. It's let's fix this shit.
Gotta sell the pot to fix the pothole. Gotta sell the pot.
Smoke weed every day.
There you go. That should be the theme. All right. Well, that's 12:28. So we will see you guys. You guys got anything? None of us have anything happening this week. I mean, I'm working down. We're tearing apart the stuff that we built for the light show down at the riverfront. But
I don't know. I'm gonna fill up my glass of water here. I might go live for a few songs. I haven't played my guitar in a minute, so I guess if you just find me over on the Delco Quarantine Open mic, I don't know, a couple minutes after 12:30, I've just got to tune up and plug in, and it's not going to be good. It's not going to be polished, but maybe I'll play a few fun songs. I don't know. Do a little Old Lang Syne. I already did Old Lang Syne. That was our intro for tonight.
That's the maximum level of commitment from Frank for you people. There you go. Maybe I don't know. Come on, who knows? It might
I'm gonna set up the second microphone. I'll get the goods. It's been a minute. We'll give it a shot.
Is that
I want to do a quick memoriam to a rapper that passed this week. Well,
Doom
actually passed on Halloween, but we just found out about it. MF Doom, one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Wait. You say he passed on? Wait. Say this
again. Delco guy?
No, he wasn't a Delco guy. He passed on Halloween. The family didn't just tell anybody until like now.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's interesting. Look that up. I mean, I don't know what happened yet, but yeah, he was a really great rapper. His beats were just incredible. Like it was all like, you know, a lot of comic book themed, old school. Like it was very psychedelic, you know, and his rap was very like kind of like low key. But it is great shit, man. Look him up if you haven't heard him. Give him a spin in his honor, you know.
Wow.
Gotcha. Yeah, I heard one of our Delco musician brothers, Mike from the Bug Hunters, the bassist from the Bug Hunters, Mike Bug. He actually passed away. He was in hospice over the holiday, and I think over the New Year is when he passed. And he was a big Delco supporter of the music scene. But there was some funny stuff going down a few years back, and he was one of the guys that called it out, you know, when a lot of people were trying to sweep it under the rug. Some guy that was trying to pull some shady shit on us younger musicians that play in bars, trying to, you know, monopolize the system, you know, capitalize on, you know, being a manager, you know, but being a middleman and taking a big cut. So when he saw that, he let the guy up, and he stood up for the younger guys, which, you know, the older guys, nobody was doing that except for really Mike Bug. So you know, it's a sad loss to the Delco music scene.
That's sad, yeah. Well, people live forever through music, you know.
That's true. That's true. What do you guys, before we go, when we do like go, like, you know, and I'm going to go before you guys, what if people load up one of your videos or something of you after you're gone, what do you want to be remembered for? What's the one song or one thing that you do that people, because like the stuff we do on YouTube, including this,
I don't know, it's hard to say like the one thing, but at least I have an album. At least I have one album that I can say, hey, look, there's 5 songs on the damn thing. But like, it's hard to say. I mean, everybody connects with a different. It's at least I'd say the album, you know. But yeah, I would like to have another album. I would like to finish, you know, and have an LP. So that's, you know,
I
see that
would
happens.
love to have, like, the best way to go out is how David Bowie did, where he had an album that came out right when he died, and it was all about his death, and like his death was like a work of art almost with that, you know, Black Star.
Yeah, that one video, is that the song from it, like Black Star?
Yeah,
that video is just like, holy fuck.
That's incredible. And that, you know, we're coming up on the anniversary of his death, I believe, and so just thinking about that, like, that's kind of that's ideal, you know. It's like you go out and your music is kind of documenting that too, you know. It's like your life was documented by your music.
Well, yeah. All right, guys. Let us call that a night. Hey, hope you guys had fun. This is sort of like, you know, we did like a flash mob of Dad. Flash mobs, by the way, I don't think are coming back. I don't think flash mobs are coming back. But we certainly are. We will see you at the very least next Friday. You might see Frank a lot sooner than that.
Yeah, check me out momentarily on Delco Quarantine over Mike. I'm going to do a few acoustic jams.
Shit. Lisa brings it up. Album of the week. We need to load up a new album of the week.
We'll throw it on. Follow us on Delco After Dark live stream. We will we'll post it there. We'll see you guys next Friday.
All right. Frank needs to get ready. He's got shit to do. All right. Peace out, people.
How it feels, you don't know how it feels. You don't want to know how it feels. I would never wish that on you. No, how it feels, yeah. You don't know how it feels. Now I said thank you everybody, good night. Thank you everybody, good night. Delco Quarantine open mic. Delco Quarantine open mic. Thank you everybody, good night. Turn until the Delco late night. Right, Carl and all these other dudes, I don't know, they be talking crazy shit. Last time it was about a snowblower. Carl Park. He crashed his butt. Yeah, his knee was torn up. I never seen, nah, psych, I seen worse. He's alright, he's alright. But check out Carl. Dunkel Late Night Quarantine, open mic, alright. Alright. Thank you. I could play that all night. It's pretty. Love Tom Petty. Thank you, man. Awesome. Seriously, thank you, everybody. Be safe, be cool, keep your head on. We'll be alright.